Hello, hello, hello. I could I probably should click the meeting notes button. Where is the meeting notes button? I'm using Crisp so that I can have like slightly better audio. I mean, I know you like to listen to the chickens and the birds in my background, but you know, it's probably also a good idea just to have that little bit of noise reduction. Now, it says I can get 2 free meetings notes, but in order to get the meetings notes, I need to what do I need to click? Enable meetings notes. AI note taker. Exclude these apps from AI note taker. Chris will not auto start AI note taker when these apps are detected. Show calendar, system launch, startup. Automatically install updates. Audio, noise cancellation, background voice cancellation, performance mode. I got that on auto. Accent conversion. Display the accent conversion feature. Type accent. Indian accent English. Well, I don't actually have an Indian accent, so I'm just gonna not worry about that so much. I don't know where the notes are, the note taker, because I was thinking maybe, this is a YouTube video, right? So transcribe only. Transcription. Hmm. Oh, it's transcribing. I guess transcribing means it's going to be a note taker. I don't know. Auto summarization. This feature is available exclusively on Pro and Business plans. Google AI note taker. Google Chrome. Your transcripts and recordings are securely stored in the cloud and accessible from any device. Past meetings, agendas. Uh, anyways, we'll just leave it like that. And if it works, yeah, so it's going to transcribe, and then I'm going to take the transcription. I'm going to throw it into Googly Goo, and then it's going to give me a transcription at the end. And then I can edit the video and I can add it as the description of the video. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so in yesterday's video, I ended it quite abruptly. But anyways, I'm going to share the whole screen. So as you can see up here, I made a new, I call it free three. Free three, I think it's called free three. Yeah, free three. So this is my free one. Uh, this is the first guy that I used to create the new version of the calibration documents. Basically, what happened is actually I used Windsurf in order to create like a project, and then excuse me. With Windsurf, I ended up let's just let's go into the Windsurf open recent. Okay, here we go. So we got so we got the objectives tracker. Probably I don't even know which one it was. Probably objectives tracker 2 or objectives tracker 3, or maybe it was objectives tracker 1. Probably objectives tracker 1. Was this the one prompt? Not really sure if I used one prompt or not. Anyways, what happened was I was working on this app for quite a while, the free version of my app. And then I wanted to create a product requirements document. All right, so it looks like show 17 more. Creating grammar exercises. I don't even know what that is about. Exercise and guiding VB environment. So it must be this one because I was doing something else. And then what is this? Implementing dev container for consistency, dev container setup, dev container workflow, dev container stratagem. What is this? How is this even possible? If I feel like it's showing conversations from other apps, like some from other projects that I was working on. Interesting. Because if we go into this one, yeah, you see, look at this. Open in workspace objectives tracker 3. Ah, you see, look, objectives tracker 3, objectives tracker 2, objective tracker, windsurf, windsurf. So it's actually showing all of the conversations from all of my apps. That's really interesting. Created objectives builder MVP. Here we are. Look at this. Actually, what happened was I was trying to build this project. Why is it building all these pages? Thank you for providing such a comprehensive product requirement document for the Objective Builder MVP. I have thoroughly reviewed the document, including the project's philosophy, technical architecture, and the innovative persona-based team operation model. Okay, so this is the original PRD, product requirements document. And this looks like it's a one prompt. If this is a one prompt, that means that hide this. Oh, that means this is objectives tracker is not the original. How do I go back to the previous conversations? Must be a button for history. Automating manual test plan. Creating objectives builder MVP. Maybe it's this one. What is going on? I need your help to create a detailed development plan for a new software project. This project is a simplified web application. It's called Objective Builder. The core concept is to create a thinking tool that guides the user through the brainstorm, choose an objectives module. The final output will be the task list that can be exported or sent to an external platform like Trello or Jira. I want to use a planning mode in this Windsurf IDE to build out this plan, but I'm not familiar with how it works. To get started, please guide me. Describe planning mode. Yeah, okay. So this is the first time when I started using planning mode. I asked it to tell me what is this planning mode deal, and then explain our collaboration, outline the process. So hello, I can so where's the button to for audio? So Windsurf that needs to have there needs to be a button that I can click so I can listen to this from the audio. I could definitely help you create a detailed development plan for your Objective Builders project. Let's get started. Understanding planning mode. You mentioned planning mode in Windsurf IDE. Well, I don't have a specific built-in planning mode tool that, okay, so you obviously do since it's right here. Enable planning mode. Anyways, so yeah, so this is what I did. I started out like with this project, Hello Cascade, and I was going back and forth through with Windsurf and Googly Goo, Gemini, and then just trying to build out this product requirements document. Yeah, look at this. We got step one, step two, step three. You see, it has all the got the Jira logic. It's got the brainstorming. So it's just building it out slowly, one step at a time. And at the end of this process, I had a product requirements document, and then it was building it. Exactly. Now, at the very end, I was kind of like, okay, so I need to create a project requirements document from this. So the code for the navigating UI components approved. Okay. Homepage is approved. Kind of misusing Windsurf. been like dealing with Replit for the last little bit, and it's just been kind of like it's like been a small headache. Um, looking for a specific prompt. The code for the entire objective module is approved. Please complete the HTML JavaScript for the task list page. Okay, so it's still working on the code. Explanation for key features. We got the HTML structure, we got the CSS styling, we got JavaScript script logic. How do you suggest we move forward based on this assessment? Project status, core MVP functionality is complete. This is a major milestone. With the completion of the task list page, HTML, all core features and pages of the Objective Builder MVP as defined in our development plan are now designed. Good. Assembly and testing. Create the files. In your project directory, create all the files. So it was kind of confused about like, we now have completed full design and we have all the individual code snippets for the Objective Builder. Before I begin creating a consolidated file manual, I'd like you to understand how to help automate this process to increase the speed of quality. I had some issues with trying to like, what am I doing? Like, did I do it already? Or is it done yet? What's going on? It's interesting because there is a slight disconnect between okay, we have now completed the planning and code generation phase. Okay, Cascade, we have a complete plan. Your first task is to provide the consolidated files. Okay. I don't know. Do you have this plan open? Got it. We need to add instructions manual, how to fix it step by step. Much of that work can you do for me? It would be nice if there was a button. I could just click the down button and it would go to the see how here I have like I have my comment and then I want to click next comment. So just like a down arrow so that I can just go directly to the next comment. Version 1.0.0. I was doing some testing with looks like I was using the terminal to diagnose some errors. So I would say I'm like really used to using the cursor windsurf model. I feel like it moves fast, it's easy to use, it communicates well with my tools. And I would say that Replit is much more difficult to use. Um, Specifically, I would say that so I'm using the assistant because basically the agent can make changes, review its work, and debug itself automatically. Yeah, kinda. It's more expensive and it constantly makes mistakes. Assistant answers questions, refines code, and makes precise edits. Yeah. So it just has like a slightly different, I guess Replit is adding something to the picture. I saw some image this morning or last night about the revenue, the reoccurring revenue. They went from 10 million to 100 million in like the last 6 months, which means more people are using it. So which means that probably it's going to improve its quality over time. open a browser preview of my website, and then it's just moving it. Hello, Cascade. We're pausing the manual test phase to create a comprehensive product requirements document. The goal of this document is to capture the entire project's history and specifications of our unique development workflow so it can serve as a single source of truth for all future work. My software architect and I have created a strategy for this PRD with the four main sections. Now, then I ask the question, is this proposed PRD structure robust and logical? Are there any critical sections or pieces of information missing that a new AI instance would need to understand the project fully and continue development at a high quality? Do you have any suggestions on how to format the details of any of these sections to make them more effective for you? And it did. It said, yes, the proposed sections are like this. This is the structure that provides a solid foundation. And then it gives the information. And then do you have any suggestions on how to format and detail these sections to make them more efficient for you? Yes, so clarity, precision, structured data, code snippets, markdown format, direct reference, visuals, consistency, key decisions, living document. Great. So what do you think about this? And then I uploaded the product requirement document from that we had built based on working together to build this little website. This is an excellent product requirements document. It's comprehensive, well structured. It captures the project's essence of what, how, why, and remarkably clarity. From the perspective as the AI developer, a document like this is the single most valuable asset for ensuring long-term project success, consistency, quality. It will serve as a superb single source of truth. Here's my assessment based on your questions. This is a PRD structure. Yes, it's logical, technical architecture, the team operations manual, the key decisions log, the build review. Are there any crucial sections or pieces of information missing? And then it explains like here's some stuff that might be missing. And then I said like this, and then it approves it, I'm guessing. Perfect. This revised PRD is now flawless. Thank you for incorporating the feedback. The changes you've made in the version 1.1 are precise and bring the document into perfect alignment with the current state of the application. Nice. So what's next? This is an old version of this app, and I don't actually use this app anymore. Also, what's it called? It's called Windsurf. Here it is. So I currently don't have the pro plan. Wow, they really changed things. I don't really know what's going on here. Let's refresh the page, considering they may have changed some things since then. So there should be. Am I supposed to log in? I think I'm supposed to log in. Great. I am logged in. Usage. Using the premium model and Cascade, one prompt per credit use. So it looks like you could always use Windsurf. I wonder what would happen if we. Okay, so I I used to Replit.com, and it created a website based on your product requirements doc. I've been uh, making changes both to the product requirements doc and also the website. I could upload the code to get what's it called? GitHub, and then download it here. Or maybe there is another strategy to get your uh, code updated with the current version of the website. Uh, what do you think? Huh? Windsurf. I haven't used Windsurf for a long time. Strategy one, GitHub workflow, highly recommended. This strategy suggests is the most robust and professional approach. How it works. On Replit, your Replit project to your GitHub account, push code to a new or existing GitHub repository. Replit has a user-friendly UI for this on your local machine. You can then use git commands to clone this repository to your machine. So download the entire project, including the version history. If you want to update your existing objectives tracker directory, we can add the GitHub as a remote and pull the changes. Okay. The zip download, the zip alternative. This is a more direct one-time approach if you want to avoid using Git for now. How it works. On Replit, in the file menu, there's an option for download as zip. This will save a zip file of your entire project to your computer on your local machine. You would unzip the file and use it to contents to replace the old project file. I can help you with the terminal commands to do this cleanly. Simple one-time update doesn't require any knowledge of Git or GitHub. Cons, you don't get any version history. Future updates would require repeating the entire download, unzip, replace process. No, I'll just download the. Let's use the zip method. I'm ready for the step-by-step instructions. Now what happened? So it must have used one of my credits with that. 75. Now what happens if I put it in chat? You can go into the objectives builder. I think it's called Windsurf. I think here it is, objective tracker. So let's proceed with the zip met. Open your project. The left sidebar, there's 3 dots. Okay. This one, download as zip. This will download a zip file containing your entire project likely to your computer downloads folder. This will probably be named after your project objectives tracker zip or something generic like main zip. Please complete this step and then tell me the exact name or zip file you downloaded. Once I have the file name, I'll give you the terminal command for the next step. Okay, download. So we're in chat right now. Now, the question I have is what happens if I'm in chat? Okay, so it's still using the same amount. Got it. We'll perform a safe three-step update process. Backup. First, we'll rename your current directory backup. This is crucial. Unzip. Next, I will extract the contents of this within your downloads folder. Finally, we will move the newly extracted folder from the downloads to your documents folder. Apologies, it seems I made a mistake. I tried to run a command directly. You cannot do this in your current chat mode. I'll need to provide you with the commands. Let's run your own terminal. Right. Well, since it doesn't make a difference, oh, we got an objectives tracker backup. And does that mean we have an objectives tracker? And we also have an objectives tracker. And we have an objectives tracker backup from the replit. Okay, fine. Okay, the transfer is complete. Okay, the file gives us a clear picture as a suspected zip file from replit includes several configuration files specific to the platform not needed. I recommend remove these files. Okay, I will now provide the commands to remove all these files. Excellent. Unnecessary zip files have been removed, leaving with a clean project structure. Your local environment is not fully set up. The final setup is to run the application. As we've done before, you can use Python's simple built-in web server. I'll start the server for you now. This will allow the application running the background terminal command. The local web server has been started. Your updated application is now running and ready for you to use. I will open the browser preview so you can begin testing immediately. You can access your application there. Open preview in there. Okay, let's open it in the IDE. Ah, wow, this is definitely not the. What is this? This is the old version. Which one did I download? Did I download this? Yeah, looks like the same thing. Basically, yeah, everything's. I don't get it. This is the old version. Very strange, you're right. The title tag and the index you're saying is the Project Arrowhead, which is the old project name. This indicates the file replacement did not work as expected, even though the commands appeared to be ran successfully. The new files didn't end up in the correct objective directory. It was verified by the state. Thank you. What's my overall feeling with this? I don't know. I'm definitely more used to this feeling of having this chat window on the right-hand side. But am I having a better experience? As in, like, am I actually getting the problem solved? Not really. I think that's probably true. Um, let's go to deployment. It's gonna just so this is what the app should look like. But the project, it is saved. This is saved. It's definitely saved. Okay, that's interesting. So when I tried to download these files, it's an old version of the objective tracker. Now I know it's 100. I'm 100% certain that it's the right project file because I just clicked this and it shows us the project we're working on right now. But inside of here, when I click download as zip, it gave us some old version. I don't really get it. So why? Well, let's take a look. So it says, I just asked it, what do I need to do to push to GitHub? And this is what we got going on. It says I need to click the this Git. I think that's what it says. Open the Get pane in your Replit workspace. Go to the Tools section. Get pane. Well, there's Git, anyways. And then it says in your Replit workspace, go to the Tools section where you can see console and shell. Click the plus sign and add Git to your tool section. I don't see a plus button. Anyway, so I click Get. It says unsupported state. Your index is currently locked. This can happen if multiple Git processes are running operations at the same time. Please resolve the issue. If you are sure that you do not have Git operations running, you can delete your index log file. Where do I see that? What is going on back here? Yeah, it's current exactly. It's currently empty. Jeez. My goodness. What did it decide to do? The files from your Replit project have been copied into your local GitHub repository. We need to commit these files and push them to. Yeah. Oh, what's this? That's really weird, man. So weird. Browser preview is ready. Please open to see your application running in the new GitHub sync directory. Let me know if everything looks correct. Yeah, I have no idea what just happened. Uh, apparently, I'm curious what that one looks like. Documents. So it's just see why does it have objective tracker and then another one objective tracker? See what I'm saying? See, this thing is called Objective Documents, Objective Tracker. And what is this one? Okay, so this one is talking about, I think this is Windsurf. And then inside of Windsurf, we've uploaded this Objective Tracker. These are all the documents from Replit. So it did actually download the correct documents. This is the backup version. I have no idea what's in this one. I don't need any of this. I have no idea what's going on. Why is it suddenly that it suddenly works? Well, anyways, so it works. There. Definitely works. And it's pushed to GitHub, the current version. So that's actually everything I wanted to do. Okay. So let's just jump back into here. Oh, you didn't actually see it because I was showing you the wrong screen. So I don't know what happened actually. Let me show you the entire screen. So what happened was, for some reason, Windsurf. So remember just now, Windsurf was showing us the wrong app. I don't know why. And we were just having a lot of problems with this whole issue of like the old version and the new version and stuff like that. Anyways, so then I just pasted the GitHub repository. Here it is. So this is the address for my GitHub repository. And then it says, it looks like you want to switch to using GitHub to manage your project. That's a great idea. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. It's like, okay, I see the server process is running, and then the server has been stopped. The old directory has been removed. Now I'll clone your project from GitHub. And then it's like, oh, it appears your GitHub repository is empty. That means that we need to add your new project files to this new repository and then push them to GitHub. We still have the files from the Objective Tracker zip you downloaded earlier, which we extracted into the download zip folder. I'll now copy those files into your new Objectives Tracker Git directory. Great, the files from your Replit project have been copied into your local GitHub repository. Now add these files to the staging area and commit them. The files are now staged. Seems that the Git believes that there are no changes to commit, even though we've just copied the files. This can happen for a few reasons. For example, if the files we copied are identical to what Git sometimes already has on record, or if they're Git ignore file causing all the files to be ignored. So to understand the Git, I'll run Git status. Certainly unexpected. The Git status command is reporting the directory is clean, which shouldn't be the case. After we copied all the projects into it, my primary suspicion is that when we copied the files from the unzip, we also copied the Git directory. This creates a nested repository, which confuses the main Git process connected to your Arrowhead Replit repository. To confirm this, I'll list all files and directories. My suspicion was correct. This is output shows a Git directory inside your. And a new clean Git repository has been initialized. Now I'll add your GitHub remote origin. Remote repository has been successfully linked. I'll add the files to the staging area. The files are staged. Files have been successfully committed. The final step is to push the commit from your local machine. Congratulations, the project is successfully hosted on GitHub. This will make managing and syncing your code much easier going forward. Now that everything is set up, I'll run the application from this new version controlled directory to make sure everything is working correctly. I'll set the Python web server for you. The server's up and running. You can now view your application. And then I clicked view the application, and then now it's working. Okay, well, anyways, I'm not sure what happened exactly, but I now have a copy of the current version, and my new architect is ready. So, I have the very first message. So from free two, so I'm using the code names free, meaning the free website, my free application. So we got the free one and free two. So I used free two to create a message and some tasks for the new architect. So the architect, first we uploaded the product requirements doc, then we did the system logic architecture document, then we uploaded the operations manual decision log, and then we uploaded here's some tasks. So these tasks, I asked Free2 to create some tasks so that we could test the and calibrate the free three. And then so then it's like, okay, I got the tasks. Okay, so then understood. Here's the exact step-by-step diagnostic process how it follows to definitively identify the root cause and described issue based on the project's established protocols. So then it has like some, he goes through it, and then free two says this is an outstanding response, you passed, and then we did the second one, and then free two says great job again. This is an excellent, again, 100% you passed. And then they go through task number three, 100% you passed. So this is what free two says at the end. He says, you are no longer the new architect. You are the architect. The onboarding is complete. The project is now in your hands. I'm confident with your ability to lead it forward, to uphold the standards we have established, and to continue building a robust, valuable tool for. Now, the thing is that you want to start to automate these processes. I wonder if the audio still works now that we just ran it. Jeez. Not only just the audio network, but video is working.